This is what, Terry?
Oh, it's a hard day out there.
I tell you, folks, we wanted to start. We want to start at 11. We want to start at 11:30 because we want to start at the top or the bottom of an hour. We want to get started before the races get started because we're doing full card picks. And I tell you, these scratches at the end and the late race changes, and then updating the graphs. Woo!
It's tough. Yeah.
It is tough. What were you going to say? I'm sorry.
I must say that eighth race, I had all the scratches done, and then I look over and another one pops up.
Yeah, I'm not even 100% sure I got them all done. So
yeah,
we'll find out as we get to those races. You'll tell me, Rich, you're not on top of it there. So today we're going to do full card races at the fairgrounds, Terry. So I'm looking forward to that. We're going to try to keep a regular schedule. So today's going to be the fairgrounds. Tuesday, tomorrow will be Parks. Wednesday is going to be Tampa Bay Downs, I think, right? And then Thursday will be Aqueduct. So that's kind of the schedule we're going to go on so that you can count on that. Terry and I are going to do full picks, but we're going to introduce a new show tonight. Sean and I are going to be doing something called Horse Center, which is going to be, the news of the day, the news of the weekend, that sort of stuff. Terry and I used to do the news in the morning, and tonight, and that show is going to start at 8 o'clock Eastern. Tonight, we're going to have a special guest on, and that's a jockey from Tampa Bay Downs who has won, I think, something like 10 races the last Saturday and the last 2 Saturdays, won 5 of them both times. So that should be a good thing. This week's going to be an action-packed week because on Thursday night, Sean, I'm Terry, for the Players Edge podcast, we have a very special guest in Chantel Sutherland. So you're going to want to make sure you tune in for that.
That's right. That's right. Now, are we doing, you were saying we were going to do Tampa Bay Downs on Wednesday. I thought we were doing Gulfstream.
Gulfstream on Wednesday. Okay, yes. Gulfstream Wednesday. So Gulfstream is Wednesday, not Tampa Bay Downs. I'm confusing Terry, and I'm confusing myself because, as I mentioned, man, it is a race to get up on time. So we're going to make it look like we knew what we were doing the whole time, though, Terry, right?
Yes.
For sure. So let's start in race number 1 at the fairgrounds, Terry.
Okay.
You ready for that? You ready to get cracking?
Yep.
Hold on. Before we get cracking, let's see. Yeah. Hola, Jose. Yes, we are a little bit tardy today, but hola to you. Have a bueno dias, right? Have a great day for sure. All right. So let's get started at fairgrounds race number 1. Terry, I hope I got your best right in race number 4, but we'll see as we move along. So race number 1, Terry, is a hold on a second, folks. Oh, no, you got to be kidding me. What's going on here? Oh, cancel. All right, now I see what's going on. All right, race number 1 is 1 mile. It was supposed to be on the turf, Terry. I don't think they're running on the turf today. Do you?
No, I think it's come off the turf. That's why there's a lot of scratches. But
that's what I saw too. So at a mile on the turf, we have to look at a mile on the dirt. They've run 13 races so far on a mile on the dirt, Terry. 9 were won by speed, with 6 going wire to wire. And there's a big inside rail bias. So why don't you start us off with your picks and who you like and why you like them?
Okay, and before I do that, the best bet today for me is in the second race. So
second race. Okay, let me switch this over here and then put in the second race. There we go.
All right, let's start off with the first race at Fairgrounds, and I like number 5, Vicious
Velma. Yes, there's a lot of angry. There's a lot of angry women named in some of these races.
I guess Terry. I'm not familiar with them. That's why I can't pronounce it. Mm-hmm. Anyway, drops in class today and has a trainer who's won 21% of the time in maiden claiming races. She has a high percentage winning jockey and
good to see you, Thomas.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Our buddy Tom joining us. Tom and I had a really nice day. I don't mean to interrupt you, Terry, but we had a really good day at Australia. So hopefully we can have a really good day today at Fairgrounds. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, good. Anyway, her best turf speed is fastest among today's starters. It's actually tied. Then I like number 3, Hero's Daughter, finished third versus similar in the last race, and the trainer wins 37% of the time when bringing a beaten favorite back to the race. And then number 7, Face Card Contessa, drops in class today, should improve while returning to a route and the turf. And the best turf speed is fastest among today's starters, tied with another. And then, of course, you said we're probably off turf anyway, so it don't matter. Number 2, Super Tail of Houdini has a sharp workout on December 31st.
For me, I'm starting off with number 5, Vicious Velma as well. This horse has been only raced 6 times, Terry, but 3 of them came after some rest, and those are their best speed figures by far. When you look at Vicious Velma early pace numbers, by far the best early pace advantage in the 3, but it has some of the best late pace numbers too. So I'm going to be surprised to see Vicious Velma on the lead all the way around the track, Terry. Number 6 is Judy's Design. That horse, Terry, cost $300,000. Not a cheap horse whatsoever at all. By far, they spent the most on that one for sure. In the lone start, had the best late pace figure, good, but a pretty good margin there, Terry. But last time out had some early race trouble, so I expect that you're going to see the horse do a little bit better out of the gates today. Number 2, as you said, Super Tail of Houdini. I give it a slight edge over Hero's Daughter. The 2 of them raced up last time. I think Hero's Daughter got the better of Super Tail of Houdini, but Super Tail of Houdini did put in a nice, fast 4 furlong workout in between races, and Hero's Daughter has been on the bench. So for me, it's 5, 6, 2, and 3. I hope I didn't miss any scratches in there, Terry.
No, I don't think you did. You did fine.
Could be a fun Monday too. Thanks. We do appreciate that. You know, it was yesterday awful at Oaklawn yesterday. But did you see some of those Oaklawn races yesterday, Terry? I think 6 of the 10 races were won by horses that were like, I think there was a $182 horse, an $88 horse, a $50 horse. And actually in the last race, so we hope you stuck it out with us, that guaranteed tip sheet, we had a 30-1 shot to go ahead and win, paid $50. It was our 4th pick, but the top 4 picks ended up combining for a $600, like a $6,000 superfecta. Some crazy.
Wow. Wow. No, I didn't happen to see that races yesterday.
So race number 2, Terry, this one is your best bet with the 5 horse. Tell us what you like about the 5.
Okay. I like number 5, Crusaders Express. Won its last race at Fairgrounds Racetrack and earned the highest last race speed rating. And it has a high percentage winning trainer. Mm-hmm. Then I like number 2, Custom Cat, drops in class today. Blinkers are added today. And the bullet workout on 18th of June, 3 furlongs, 36 breezing, best out of 26. Then number 4, Miss Jenny's Halo. The trainer wins 22% of the time when shipping a horse into a run a race. And the good workout on December 17th was 49.4, breezing from the gate, 6 out of 49 workouts. And then number 6, Gallant Star, drops in class today, 25% winner whenever it's a second race off of a layoff. And the best dirt speed is fastest among today's starters.
So for me, number 5, Crusader Express, Terry, has an edge with the well, this is 5.5 furlongs on dirt, Terry. Let's go there first. 24 races, 17 of them won by horses that are speed. So first, second, or third at the quarter-mile marker. 12 of those 24, so 50%, went wire to wire. Easy math for me there, Terry. Mm-hmm. You have a rail bias for sure. And then 2 through 7, it drops off, but they play fair. But they're better than double what you're going to get at 8 and out. But that's not an issue today. So anyway, Crusader Express has the edge with the early pace numbers, major fractions improvement, run much better times in the last race. The only question for me on this horse, Terry, is when I look back in its race cycle history, it struggled sometimes in the 3rd race off a layoff like today. So that's the big question mark for me. But I think it's the only horse in the entire card today, Terry, if I remember correctly, whose last race speed figure was above par for the level at which they're running. So that's a pretty good thing. Mm-hmm. Number 6 is my second choice, Gallant Star. It's a maiden special weight $50,000 winner No other horse has, broke its debut at that level, and then actually ran in some black type races after that, Terry. So does have some pretty good back class. In fact, this is the lowest level this horse has run, Gallant Star, since breaking its maiden. Won the only other second start that the horse had off the bench like today, and it did so with its best speed figure by far. Number 2 is Custom Cat. Has a giant, and I mean giant, leg pace edge over everybody else. So if there's a little bit of speed and legs start to get weary, Custom Cat's going to be the one that comes flying. Now, they are putting blinkers on this horse, so maybe they're hoping to get it off to a little bit better start. And it does have a little bit better late pace figures, early pace than it actually shows on paper. And finally, to me, Von Dam, the 3-horse, looks to me like it's as good as any of the rest and probably going to offer some of the better value. Did run some of its better fractions ever last time out. So to me, the 3-horse was one of those scratch fillers, Terry, because this race had quite a few scratches in it, right?
It did, yes.
Race number 3, Terry, is our next. And this one's another one with a lot of, this was supposed to be a mile and a 16th on the turf, but it's not. It's on the dirt, obviously. The 9-horse scratched in was a main track entry only for that horse, but it did get in. They haven't run many at a mile and a 16th on the dirt. So we'll just take a look at a mile and 70 yards on the dirt. It's pretty close. 21 races, 12 won by speed, just like the last time out. 6 gone wire to wire, Terry. So I think you're going to see a pretty similar race in race number 3 as we did in race number 1.
Yep.
All right. So tell me a little bit about who you like and why you like them.
Okay, Rich. I like number 2, Color Fast. Finished in the money 5 out of the last 6 races this year, and he's won 2 of those races. Then I like number 3, Shipping Port. He likes the turf and has, doesn't matter, does it? It's off the turf.
Yep, it's off the turf today.
All right. So anyway, then I would probably move that one down to 4th. Anyway, I like number 9, Mr. Quality. Finished 2nd in his last race. Has the highest last speed rating. And then number 1, One Time Jim, has a hot trainer who's in the last 14 days won 3 out of 8 race starts.
Our 22-1 Tom says that the 2-horse in this leg is the best bet for him. So keep an eye on that horse, Terry. For me, looking at race number 3, I have the 3-horse Shipping Port as my top winner in here. This one broke its maiden special weight at 50,000 as well. Again, one of the tops in the field. Has a really good early pace advantage over the rest of the horses and the top jockey and trainer combo. If you look back at its last 10 races, it has put up the fastest quarter-mile fractions. So I think it's going to be up there. And it also put together 3 consecutive speed figure increases, Terry, which is always something that you point out usually, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Number 9 is the Mr. Quality. Scratched into this race, Terry, last time out at Churchill Downs. Was claimed. The trainer Norm Cass does hit at a pretty significant rate off the claim, 29% in 30 races. So that's about 10 out of the 30. It has it's a little bit underwater ROI on that in that regard. And the horse has run on a fast track 10 times, finishing in the money 6 of those times with a win. If the track is rated a little bit off, Terry, with the 9-horse, it did win. That's 1 of 2 on that, and did put the highest last race speed figure on the table there. Then I have number 2 as my 3rd choice, Terry. I had it rated higher, Color Fast, because when I looked at its past record, the horse ran on the mud and won, ran on the turf and finished 2nd. And in the race before that, it did run on a fast track after being scratched off the turf, and won that race too. So that horse is in pretty good form. And then finally, Char's Treasure, the 8-horse. That's my final pick, Terry, because I feel like it's the best of what's left in the race there, because every other horse is scratched out except one other one.
Yep.
All right. So then we're off to race number 4 now, right? Is that where we're at?
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, I'm a little confused. All right. So race number 4, Terry, is 1 mile. They're going to run 13 races so far at that distance. 9 were won by speed. 6 went wire to wire, Terry. And there is a big time inside bias. And then especially at the rail, but then it kind of evens out as you move away from the rail.
Okay.
Who do you like? Number 5 again. 5. You better hope 5s win today, Terry.
That's right. Yeah. That actually, my grandson whenever I take him to races, he always picks number 5. So anyway, it's number 5, Wild Firemaker. Drops in class today, has a good trainer, good jockey, and good works. And number 7, Ready Redding. He has the highest last speed rating, tied with another horse, and the distance won't be a problem for him. And then number 1, Chambliss, finished 3rd versus similar in the last race, receiving the highest last race speed rating. And the rail post is winning at a 28% clip. He has the highest speed at today's distance. And then I like number 6, Perfecture. His best dirt speed is fastest among today's starters. And the trainer jockey combination in the last 14 days has been in the money 6 times, winning 2 of those races.
For me, number 3, My Guitar, Terry. My guitar gently weeps. What do you think? Should I head off to the X Factor or America's Got Talent? Anyway, third off a layoff for My Guitar. It does have the top pedigree in this field, Terry. As I mentioned, speed does win. Last time out, ran some of the earliest, best early fractions out of any horse in this field. I know it might not look like that on paper, but when you calculate it out, it did fairly well. Number 1, Chambliss is another horse that's making the classic third start off a layoff. You got to love that one. When you examine its races, Terry, it seems to me like Chambliss likes to run on the inside more than it does on the outside. And if you scale back at the last 10 races for all these horses, it does have the fastest opening fractions that any horse has produced in any of their last 10 races. Number 5, Wild Firemaker, has the number 1 early pace number that I calculate in a proprietary way, taking a very small drop in class, Terry. And is another that ran some pretty fast fractions last time out. For me, the 4th selection was a tough one between number 7, Ready and Redding versus Perfecture. But I went with the 7 horse because it had a pretty good advantage over everybody else with the late pace figures, Terry. And they're turning the horse right around. It's coming back to the track with less than 20 days off with a really strong speed figure last time out, Terry. So that tells me the trainer thinks the horse is ready to go. So that's why I picked the 7 over the 6. Race number 5, Terry, starts the late pick 4, and we'll get to our hot dog and our prime rib pick 4s in just a moment. Who do you like in this 5.5 furlong race? This one's going to be on, we're supposed to be on turf. It's going to be on grass, Terry. I'd imagine that 5.5 furlong race, like we talked about in race number 2, 24 races, 17 won by speed. Half of them went wire to wire. You have a rail bias. 2 through 7 perform better than 8 and out. So speed, Terry, inside speed, Terry, and you're going to start it off with the horse on the outside.
That's right. Number 7, Burning Hunkin' Love.
A little Elvis horse there.
That's right. Elvis. That's true. Anyway, the breeding suits today's sprint distance, and he has a sharp 4-furlong workout. And then number 3, Levy Proud, drops in class today, should improve at the shorter distance. His best turf, well, doesn't matter. And then leg 6 as added. And then number 2, Harmon Killer Brew, has the highest last speed rating, and a good trainer in the last 14 days has finished in the money 4 out of 5 times, winning 2 of those. And then number 6, Baltic Fleet, has blinkers added today. So
Harmon Killer Brew. I think that should be I don't know, where did he play, Tom Demo? You know where he played. Was he a Milwaukee Brewer at one time? Has the top pedigree and by far the strongest late pace figures for me, the 2 horse in race number 5. Why do I have the 5 horse there? I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me. Did the 5 horse scratch maybe, Terry?
In the 5th race, no.
No,
not the 5th race.
What the hell do I got? 2-7. This is supposed to be a 2, folks. So excuse me. I don't know why I have the 5 there. It is the right. Harmon Killer Brew is the 2 horse, right?
It's correct. Yes.
All right. The number 7 is Burning Hunk of Love, Terry. A hunk of burning love. First time starter, Terry, has good workouts, getting ready for this spot for sure. The one thing for sure that it's not facing the most difficult of competitors. Sure, a lot of these horses have finished way behind the winners, and it does have the top jock. Number 3, Levy Proud, has the fastest fractions any horse in this race has produced in the opening quarter. is taking a pretty significant drop here, Terry. And it gets first-time Lasix. And if you look back 2 races, Terry, on the past performance, the horse showed some early speed. You know I'm a huge fan, Terry, of dropping, of getting that Lasix the first time, and a horse that shows some early speed. That has played out so many times to be a winner because it can hold that speed through the finish line.
Yep.
Number 6 is Baltic Fleet. It's dropping in class. Did produce one of the top last race speed figures last time out, and in doing so, also showed some nice improvement in its late run, Terry. So I'm a fan of horses that seem to get it late in a race because that might tell me that's a horse that's finding its wind and maybe find its way to the winner's circle. Race number 6, Terry. This one is, for me, it's a double bang for me, Terry. It's the best bet and my box it up. Number 7,
right.
Total Malice. Strongest early pace numbers in this field by a wide margin. It's a mile and 70 yards, 21 races, 12 won by speed, 6 have gone wire to wire. All the posts from 1 through 7 play fair, so the 7's not at a disadvantage. No winners from 8 and out. Again, that doesn't come into play today. But it does have the strongest early pace numbers, Terry. 3 consecutive speed figure increases. Another horse that the trainer's turning right around after running a pretty good race last time out, and does have the top last race speed figure in terms of the jockey trainer combo. So let's go ahead and take a look at the box it up for me, Terry. I'm going race number 6 with Total Malice. Number 6, Princess Renee. Number 4, Cold Hearted Wench. I told you we had some mean lady names in here today. And Velezig. That's the 4th horse. So that's where we take a $1 exacta box, 50-cent trifecta box, and a 10-cent superfecta box, Terry. For me, the 6th horse, Princess Renee, has the best early and late pace combo. Top pedigree in the field, Terry, coming off a small drop and did improve its fractions last time out. The mean, cold-hearted Wench, Terry. 3rd off a layoff. If you look back at the last time the horse ran a 3-race cycle, the 3rd race was one of the strongest and did show some really good early fractions in the last race. Number 2, Velezig, whatever. Strong numbers after a layoff, Terry. The resume says that the horse should be better in race number 2 off the bench. How do you stack them?
All right. I like number 3, No Fans in the Stands. Finished in the money 7 out of 10 times this year, winning 2 of those races, drops in class today. It has a jockey who in the last 7 days has finished in the money 6 times, winning 2 of those races. Then I like number 7, Total Malice. Won her last race at the Fairgrounds Racetrack, has the highest last speed rating. Best dirt speed is fastest among today's starters. The trainer in the last 14 days has won 2 out of 4 starts. Then I like number 2, Velezig.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, finished at 2nd versus similar in her last race. And then number 4, Cold Hearted Wench. Finished 3rd in her last 2 races. She has a bullet workout on November 21st. 101.1, breezing, best out of 14.
All right. Race number 7, Terry, is your box it up. So let's bring it back up. Tell us why you're boxing them up in this order, Terry.
Okay. Well, I like Take a Few Money because it finished in the money in the last 6 races, running 3rd in his last race, and he drops in class today. He has a high percentage trainer and switches to high percentage jockey. The trainer wins 29% of the time when he brings a beaten favorite back to race. Then I like number 4, Zanesville. Finished in the money 8 out of the last 10 races this year, and he's won 4 of those races. Drops in class, and his best dirt speed today, doesn't matter about the turf speed.
Nope.
Anyway, then I like number 6, Shake Some Action. He has done well at the Fairgrounds Racetrack. He drops in class today, and the trainer in the last 14 days has finished in the money 6 out of 8 times, winning 3 of those. Then I like number 7, Order for Porky. He won his last race at Laurel Racetrack on November 6th, and he has several good workouts in preparation for today's contest, including 2 bullet workouts.
Mm-hmm. For me, Terry, I'm starting with horse number 4. And that is, let me pull it up real quick. My notes here again. Horse number 4. That is Zanesville, Terry, right?
Mm-hmm.
last time out, did one of the top last race speed figures. This is a horse that's dropping in class. It's the second biggest drop. Last time out ran for $75,000. This time, Terry, the 4-horse Zanesville is running for $27,000. Number 5, Tekafumi, ran some of the fastest early fractions. In fact, it's put together the fastest early fractions any horse has put together in their last 10 races. It's another horse taking a small drop, Terry. Ran for $41,000 purse last time. This time running for $27,000, as I mentioned. Was the favorite last out, so I'm expecting the horse to rebound maybe. Number 6 is Shake Some Action, Terry. This one's actually taking the biggest drop in the field. Ran for $100,000 last time out, Terry, and it's running for 27 this time. In the last 10 starts, Shake Some Action has run what I call high quality starts. 8 of them. So 80% of its races have been high quality. And then finally, I'm wrapping it up with number 3, my Barley. Is that correct? Right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I mentioned earlier that one of the horses was the only horse I thought on the card. Actually, Mr. Barley is the only other horse on the card to run a last race speed figure above par for this group, Terry. It does have some of the fastest early fractions last time out, consecutive speed figure increases, and does have the top trainer jockey combo in the field. So I'm going 4, 5, 6, and 3. Race number 8, Terry, to close out the card is a 6 furlongs, Terry. It's strange that they waited till the last race to get to the most common distance, right?
Yeah, it is.
83 races, Terry. 62 of them won by speed. 32 of the 83 went wire to wire. The inside 3 horses have a pretty good edge in terms of their winning post position. 4 through 7 win at about the same, and if you go 8 and out, there's a pretty good drop off there as well. So why don't you kick us off with race number 8? I think we both like the 2-horse Steely Danza. Why do you like Steely Danza?
Well, I like it because it ran second versus similar in the last race and received the highest last race speeding. The trainer wins 30% of the races when bringing a beaten favorite back to the races, and his best dirt speed is fastest among today's starters. I originally liked number 3 as my second choice, but it was scratched late.
So I got scratched late. All right.
Yeah, it did. So number 4, Scary Larry, is my second pick now. Finished third versus Tougher and drops in class today. The trainer wins 29% of the time when going route sprint, and the trainer in the last 14 days has won 2 out of 6. Then I like number 7, Coach Hudson. Ran second versus similar in his last race. The trainer wins 24% of the races in the first race after he claims a horse, and has a sharp workout on December 30th. 48 breezing, 5th out of 58. And then I replaced the 3 with the 1 in 4th position. It's L. Mike Tyson.
Tyson?
That's it. Yeah. He ran third versus similar in his last race. He has an average workout.
For me, I'm starting off with Steely Danza as well, Terry. Dropping in class, ran one of the top last race speed figures, though did disappoint as the favorite last out, but I'm expecting a good rebound here. Number 5, Coach Hudson, Terry. Another taking a tiny drop in class from 17,000 down to 15,000. But did run some of the fastest opening fractions last time out. And we did mention that early speed is very important. Scary Larry, Terry. Do you have any friends named Larry? And were they scary?
Yeah, Larry Law. Yeah, Larry.
You can't use that last name.
No.
Yeah, but this is another horse, Terry, that ran one of the top last race speed figures and does have one of the better jockey trainer combinations in the field. And then I'm wrapping it up with number 8, Cold Town Road. In all of the races that these horses have run, this horse has produced the best early fractions, did run one of the top last race speed figures out there, Terry. So that matches up the entire field for us today from races 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, accommodating for every one of these crazy scratches that we've had today for sure. See, Tom says, Coach Hudson, Amos claim, take weight off using Bug Rider. So, yeah, that's probably a good angle there, too. So, we both have that horse in our picks as well. Thanks for bringing that up. So, he says Harmon Killebrew played for the Royals and the Twins. All right. I knew you would know the answer to that question, Tom. I just knew you would for sure. So, Terry, let's talk about your best bet of the day today. What do you think? I know we kind of you're like your best bet, like the whole thing that you had fairgrounds. Looks like your best bet of race analysis is for race number 3 today. Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah. And let me say that yesterday, my best bet of the day won at Santa Anita in the 7th race, is Zero Tolerance. Paid $6 to win, $3.80 to place, and $2.60 to show. My second pick ran third, paying $2.40, and my third pick ran out of the money. Today, my first pick in race 3 was scratched, so I had to revamp it a little bit. So
All right.
number 2, Color Fast. He's finished in the money 5 out of the last 6 races this year, and he's won 2 of those races. Then I like number 6, Shipping Port. Doesn't really matter. That's off the turf.
Mhm.
Then number 9, Mr. Quality, finished second in his last race, has the highest last speed rating.
All right, so that's Terry's best bet of the day. Again, it's going to be 269. Maybe we can Terry can send me the changes, and I'll update the website. As Terry mentioned yesterday, he had his best bet over at Santa Anita. We don't do this on Sunday or Saturday. Saturday we did the stakes races, Terry. That went pretty well. We had a lot of views, and we had a lot of winners too. So I was happy about that.
Yeah, it was a good day.
That's the way you want to work it out. So hopefully we can have some winners today as well, Terry. Let's start with our hot dog pick 4 for today. That's in races number 5, 6, 7, and 8. This is how Terry constructed his ticket. He went 2, 3, 3, 2. Race 5, the 7, and the 3. So race 8, I think you said the 3 horses scratch, Terry. So who do you want to replace that with?
Number 4.
Number 4, okay. And then for me, I went 3, race 5, the 5, the 7, the 3. Race 6, 6, and 7. Race 7, 4, 5, 6. Those middle horses. In race 8, the 2 and the 5. We went a little bit deeper in the prime rib pick 4s, Terry, starting in race number 1. Terry, you went 4, 3, 4, 4. I went 3, 4, 4, 4, hoping to get through. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of a story about last week real quick before we get up and out of here. So we had made it through Aqueduct. I had picked a nice horse in the third leg of the pick 4 that won. The 5 horse, I think, went off at 5 or 6 to 1, was my top choice. Ended up winning the race. Terry texts me, Rich, I think you have the pick 4. Yeah. I immediately text him back, Terry, don't jinx me. Yeah. And then, of course, the 8 horse won that next race, Terry.
Yeah, that's true.
Killing me.
Yeah.
All right, so before we jump up and out of here, Terry, let's just run through all of our picks. We'll put them up on the screen real quick again for Fairgrounds. So here are our full card picks. You can see Terry has his best bet in race number 2, his box it up in race number 7. I did my best bet and box them up both in race number 6. Speaking of our box it ups, the $1 exacta box, $1 50-cent trifecta box, 10-cent superfecta box. Terry did race 7. I did race 6. Here is our hot dog pick 4s, or our hot dog pick 4s. And then finally, the prime rib pick 4s.
Okay, in that prime rib pick 4 for me, in that first leg, you have the 5 in there, and actually it's the 2, 3, 6, 7.
2, 3, 6, 7. But your picks are, Terry, 5, 3, 2, 7. So I don't know which one's which.
Oh, really? Let me see.
So if you look at the picks, Terry, so if I bring the picks back up, you have the.
Oh, yeah. You're right. That
so
should be.
Hold on a second. So what so here are your picks, 5, 3, 2, 7. So I just went ahead and made it the same.
Yeah,
unless you wanted the 6 in there.
No. You've got it right. I've got it wrong.
Okay. Once in a while, it's the broken clock theory for Rich. Once in a while, I'm right. So in what was a hectic scramble of a day, Terry, to kick off Monday, hopefully we can get off to a fast start. If you like what you saw today, folks, please do us a big favor. Subscribe on YouTube. Hit the bell so when we go live, you know about it. Or you can follow us at Twitter or Facebook. The handle is the same. You see it on the scroller below where it says Horse Race 2 Day. So Horse Race, the number 2 day. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Our Swiss Army Sean will let you know when we're about to go live, who the guests are. He's always got some great interactive questions on Facebook, so make sure you head on over there. Tonight, Sean and I will be debuting Horse Center at 8 p.m. Eastern, so you want to make sure you check that out. He will go ahead and broadcast that out. Any final thoughts, Terry, before we get up and out of here on this Monday?
Yeah, just hopefully tomorrow's going to be a little easier, although Park starts a little earlier. So Anyway, but I hope everybody has a good week this week, and that the weather calms down. And so just take it easy and have fun.
Yes, and hopefully, Terry, on this Monday, this hectic Monday, where everything went a little crazy from the start, everything ends up in the
winner circle.
Absolutely. Have a fantastic Monday, folks.